Angela Rayner.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and it is a pleasure to respond to the Secretary of State, and quite right that we have a day in this year's budget debates dedicated to education and skills. Because this budget comes when Britain has a deep social mobility problem that is getting worse and not better. The problem is a result of an unfair education system, a two-tier labour market, an imbalanced economy and an unaffordable housing market. Not my accusation, Madam Deputy Speaker, but the conclusion of the Government's own Social Mobility Commission. That commission made a number of recommendations for policy, most of which seem to have been ignored. It also made a recommendation against a policy. That policy was the Government's proposals on new grammar schools. Sadly, that has also been ignored. Instead, the Chancellor used the budget to announce plans to spend another £320 million on the next tranche of new free schools, which the Prime Minister wrote in the Telegraph would provide 70,000 new places, which the Secretary of State reiterated today. This would be the equivalent of £4,571 per pupil. But the Secretary of State will know that her own department's most recent figures show that the cash cost of a primary free school place was £21,100 per place, and the cash cost of creating a secondary free school place was £24,600. This huge underfunding is coupled with a slightly curious detail hidden in the back of the Red Book, with a further £715 million of capital funding for free schools in the next Parliament. So perhaps the Minister can answer this maths question later, Madam Deputy Speaker. If Philip gives Justin £320 million for new free places and each school place costs at least £21,000, how many school places will Theresa end up with? I look forward to marking their homework later, Madam Deputy Speaker. I give way.
I thank the honourable member for giving way. Will she join me and local parents in Swindon for congratulating the government on providing the funding for 2 free schools, helping us tackle the lack of school places provided after the last Labour government reduced school places in the noughties?
Well, I'll come to the members' points around the cost efficiency of free schools within my speech, because either the Prime Minister has made an announcement without the Chancellor actually funding it, or they have simply disguised in yet another eye-watering overspend on their staggeringly inefficient free schools programme and pretending it's new money for new places.